get ready with me while I tell you all about the 1963 film The Birds and the true story that inspired it. So this is an Alfred Hitchcock film that is set to take place in a small town in California. In this small seaside town, they get a flock of birds that come in, but these are not just normal birds. These birds are thirsty for blood, and they don't stop until they get it. Now, while this film is inspired by a short film, it's also inspired by a very true story that we're going to talk about today. On August 18th of 1961 in Capitol, California, their residents would wake up to quite a peculiar event. They would wake up to several different species of birds nosediving into their homes. Now, like I said, it was many different species of birds, but sooty searwaters seemed to be the number one bird doing this. And they are a species of birds completely harmless to humans. This is so out of character. But they are known for their precision diving into the ocean to catch fish. So they were precision diving into these houses. So these birds were using all of those skills to precisely get humans inside of their homes. But that's not all they were doing. If this behavior wasn't enough to tell you, I think something's wrong with those birds, hundreds of them would be seen flying through the air, seemingly intoxicated, just flying weird patterns upside down, just acting really aloof. So that same day, a headline is posted, and it reads, "Dead and stunned seabirds litter the streets." And I know you're thinking if you read that, you'd be like, okay. They literally were. They were covering the streets. But before they did that, they covered the entire town in feces, vomit, and feathers, and all kinds of stuff before destroying the streets as well. So since this particular bird's diet is mainly fish, you can imagine that the town was really stinking with those birds laying there. It was quite a stench. Residents of this town were gathering around with their flashlights trying to get a better view, which was distorting the birds even further and causing them to dive into power lines and causing power outages and all kinds of things, just because the flashlights were making things so much worse. There were, of course, a whole lot of people that said that they had direct contact with these birds, and a policeman actually almost crashed his car because one of the birds plowed straight into it, and I'm sure it was quite the stunning event. These birds could not get what they wanted, which was humans. They would retaliate, because there's this one report of a woman who opened the door of her house at 6 in the morning, and she was able to stop the giant flock of birds from getting into her house, but after that they covered her house in feces and vomit. So they were like, you know what, maybe we can't get inside, but we're gonna destroy the outside. So while this was probably horrific to witness, there were a lot of citizens that really took pity on these birds and tried their best to help the ones that were still alive and confused. And when it came to cleanup, they sure had a big job on their hands, and lucky for them, there were some cats that came in out of town to help with that cleanup job. So it was really a big, all-together effort. So this was not due to a bird uprising. There was, of course, a scientific explanation, and it was published soon after this. The explanation was a neurotoxin that can be produced by a specific form of microalgae. It's still a really sad, really scary story, but it definitely makes me look at the movie differently since I know that something like that did in fact happen. This video is kind of short, so if you guys want to just hang out while I keep doing my makeup, I'm down. So far, I've used this Morphe palette for my eyeshadow. This is my sunscreen. This is my primer, although now that I'm thinking back, I think I forgot to put on primer, so there's that. Here's the bases of makeup that I've put on. I'm about to do powder. I don't think I've done that. I get really confused sometimes trying to do everything. What are you guys doing today? You have fun plans? I'm gonna use this finishing powder. I use Maybelline for my base stuff because my face is kind of sensitive. I don't know when that started, but I tried to branch out kind of recently. No, it was probably a few years ago, and my entire face broke out in a hive, so. Do that. Now we're gonna do the mascara. I wonder if this thing was a torture device. Okay, this is the mascara I use. It's L'Oreal, I think. I swear by it. It is the best mascara I've found, and I love it. Gorgeous. Eyes are done. So here lately, it's been hot as hell. So I've been layering my like contour, and I'll show you what I mean in a second, because I sweat everything off. Like nothing is any match for my sweat at the moment. It is so hot, which is really annoying because I don't know if the weather just didn't get the memo, but it's Halloween, so this, I do a liquid on the bottom and then a powder on the top, and that's for like the contour and the blush. I don't know if this is called contour. Is it called contour or bronzer? Just gonna do a little up here. My bangs hide it, it don't really matter. So liquid blush. Frazzled. Oh, I need a little mirror. Phone camera's not working. So a lot of powder. A lot of powder going on. And then I do usually just this palette from ColourPop for everything else. I'm gonna use this one for the blush, obviously the like contour and then highlighter. I've just learned this helps it stay a bit more, but I probably won't do this in the winter. Okay, I really am running out of time. Oh my god. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. And now we do a final powder before we do the lips. So we're gonna do a red lip today. I don't know why I said we're gonna be doing a red lip today, like it was adventurous. I've been doing a red lip for the past 2 weeks, so like, it wasn't adventurous of me at all. Look at the setting spray bottle. It looks like it's been sat on. There's the finished look. How do we like it? My hair is a mind of its own. I just kind of let it do its own thing. But that's it.